And welcome back to episode 33, I believe, of the Hit the
Yep.
Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my co host and point man, Malcolm Didn't Make the Seed King.
What's going on, Cliff? What's up, Aaron?
What's happening, my boy?
Man.
Listen, and then up top, this nigga's stupid.
Y'all
And
know
then
why I'm
up
here.
top, we got the motherfucking, I don't know what he is. I don't know if he a coach, a player, the equipment guy that stumbled across the playoff stand.
I'm her. God damn it, I'm her.
Listen, that is Aaron, interview king. Shit, I don't know what the fuck. I missed that one.
I went ahead and put that ain't no foul Spencer.
Right, I see that. That
Help
ain't
y'all
no
out.
foul.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, all right, I missed that one. But my shower heads, we are here to talk basketball, and there has been a lot that has gone on since the last time we spoke to you. I want to take it back to Sunday before we even get to the play-ins to discuss the playoffs. First and foremost, I'm always going to start it out with my squad. Cleveland took the big L to Brooklyn. For Brooklyn, they clinched the second seed out the East with that one, 123-109 with a Cleveland loss. But the whole reason why I brought that up with one of them is, did y'all see that transition that took place?
You talking about the elbow to the grill piece?
Oh no, you talking about from Colin Sexton to KD?
You talking about the Blake Griffin?
Yeah,
Blake Griffin?
Behind the back.
That's what I was gonna
Kyrie
say.
to Mike.
That was old school. You ain't got to dribble the ball. Here you go. It was
Yeah,
cool. It was nice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. They tried to say it was the play of the year. That was one of my questions. Do you feel like that was one of the plays of the year? I really can't think of much else to top it.
It's so fresh on the mind. That's why.
Right. And I think that's that's the commentators get paid to hype shit up. And don't get me wrong, it was nice. And all four out of five people on the court touched the ball involved in the play.
It's more or less, no offense to your Cavaliers, but that's the team. The team that the Nets built, that's the type of shit you should be doing to lower level teams every now and then.
No, I agree. I do agree there, but that play could have happened to anybody. That was just a
Yeah, Blake Griffin got luck with that fluke ass.
You think it was?
It was a little flukish because
Mama mouth.
Shit, niggas always had that look in their face like
Dumbfounded type stuff.
I just threw the motherfucker.
Nah, I think it had a little bit of skill to it. I think he knew where it was going.
Down on the court.
I think he knew where it was going. It was a nice pass.
Who you passing this ball to right now?
He was just throwing it down, and listen, it looked nice to me.
Dude down the field, down the court, throw it to that nigga. Some way, shape, or form.
But other than that, I feel like them boys look loose. They look loose out there. Regardless of who you doing it to, I feel like that's a example of them getting comfortable and catching a rhythm.
Harden's not back yet, right? Harden didn't play.
He's still not back.
Blake seems to be happy, which seems to be the catalyst. He seems to be happy where he's at. Kyrie, he's going through he's being heavily affected by the problems in Palestine right now. And I can't sit here and judge. So I'm gonna leave it at that, right? So he's a little bit off where he can't think about basketball. He said it himself. When Harden gets back, I want to see how much fun they're still having. Are they having more fun? Are they having less fun? But at the end of the day, they're so good.
Share, Alexis, we appreciate it. My fault. Aaron, continue.
No, all I'm saying is that if they still have that much chemistry, like how the Warriors was having fun when they was winning all them shits, is having fun and all that type of shit. If they can do that, they might fuck around and if they stick together, get at least two. But I don't know, man. It's all on Kyrie if he wants to come back and contribute to the cause, man.
Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to bypass the opponent and head it in front of you. You know what I mean? Like to be talking about next year if they choose to stay together. But I will say, watching Kyrie and Kevin Durant play at the same time almost is unfair at points. Where it's like, God damn, them motherfuckers is just nice. Like they hit everything. They clutch as fuck. It's like even the shots they take is like, oh my gosh, that was just nice as fuck.
Like, but in a series, you got to do that every game. You know what I mean? I don't think they're gonna do that every game against some of these teams. You know what I mean? That's my whole thing with them. They can't even stay healthy. I think some of these guys are gonna rough them up in the playoffs, especially KD.
Well, that's the thing. It comes down to health because if I'm not mistaken, Kyrie ended the game in the 50-40-90 club. Is that right?
Yeah. What's that mean? Dumb question. What does that even? I have seen that.
50% from the field, 40% from three, and 90% from the free throw.
It's a hard thing to achieve.
Right.
That means that when I shoot this ball, it's butter.
Right. So my point by saying that is Kevin Durant and Kyrie are just the two players to do that every game. Like you said, you got to do that every game. Those are the two players that you can put your money on them that chances are they will do that every game. You see more of that happen than you ever see off games from either of them.
I agree, especially Kyrie.
The main vulnerability is on the defensive side. And if they do fuck around and have an off game, which happens, you know, if the ball ain't going in, you're not getting it back on the defensive end.
Right.
The other team gonna score 110, 112 when he scored 140. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
They score 40 on niggas, but if you don't get that $140, it's down to $120. They're gonna start fouling the right people. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna call different play sets. They're not gonna give up early. I don't know. So I can see what Malcolm's saying here. They might, you know, I get, you know, they're gonna have their times. They're gonna get their ass whooped.
Right.
In the play.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't just gonna sweep the whole thing. It's not. Yeah. They're not a force. Now, wait though. And I'm not trying to say that they will sweep the whole thing. I'm just saying that we haven't seen them come back with Harden as well, right?
Agreed.
And I'm not saying that Harden is the end all be all to put them over the top with having them out there. But what I will say is, for him to have been out and for the players that usually don't get as much time to have stepped up, now with him back, the entire squad's on that same momentum. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if he'd have just played the whole season, some of them players wouldn't have got a chance to catch their rhythm.
I think that was their game plan. I think what they were trying to do is when you bring in, not you say that, when you bring in three superstars in their own right, you know, MVP level, Kyrie's MVP level, you know, I guess you can put them in the conversation at time. What I'm trying to say is that when you do that, you kind of got to integrate the whole other system around that to make it work.
Right.
Some of them games they missed wasn't like injuries. It was just them sitting the fuck out.
Right.
And, you know, Kyrie had his shit where he was just out for a couple of weeks. And then Kevin Durant and James, they both have nagging injuries, but sometimes it's like they probably could have went, but they ain't go because, you know, let the young boy play real quick. Let him play. Let me see what he got.
And you've gotten development out of a lot of players out there because of that. Yeah, Mike Jameses, yeah, Landry Shamit's. I wouldn't go as far as even your Tyler Johnsons, I guess you could say. From time to time, he's come in and helped the squad out as far as momentum goes. And that's a guy that I will say is scrappy on defense. I would never start him because he can be a liability out there. But he is scrappy on defense. I don't mind him coming off the bench to guard the point or the shooting guard from time to time.
Yeah, they're going to have to play defense in the playoffs because some of these teams, I mean...
I don't know. They may have the guns. That's what I'm saying. They may have the guns once Harden comes back to outscore whoever.
Harden don't play defense either, though.
They're going to be average. For them to win, they're going to have to average 120 plus a game.
Don't they?
They do. But I'm saying that's what they're gonna have to keep doing. You can't have no. If you score 105,
no off night. Yeah, no
they're gonna be like, man, we got these niggas.
Right, because they don't play good enough D clearly. But I don't know. They got a good shot. But what I will say to end it on a high note for anybody who's a fan of Cleveland out there is Isaac Okoro in that game definitely showed me that he wanted to play, because even when it seemed like the team was shutting down, he was still driving. He was still putting up shots. He didn't have the best shooting percentage, shooting 6 of 16, but he did end the game with 18 points and 3 rebounds, and he was like the only one out there that I was like, at least the nigga's trying. You know, everybody else is just kind of dead on the court. Like,
how very job
year?
You said what?
In the contract year? Is his contract?
No, because he's a rookie. He was a rookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a rookie.
For the check. I'm finna match on somebody.
Nah, yeah. So he still got
playing this bitch or something.
Yeah, he still got another year to prove himself or develop before they choose to let him go. But they trying to. I know they do it so much to so many different players, but they trying to put him up there with like a Kawhi Leonard kind of defender, and I will say that when he came out, he wasn't making hella noise. He kind of developed after a year or so, and then you were like, oh, shit, where'd he come from?
Right.
Because his first couple years out, he wasn't really doing much offensively like that. Like, yeah, he might catch and shoot from the corner to wing, but drive here and there, but he was quiet, you know what I mean? And then one year he just came out, and he was like, oh, shit. Matter of fact, somebody got hurt. Who was it?
Probably Manu Ginobili or something.
He might have left. It might not have been he got hurt. I think he might have. But you're right.
But that's a little different though, Cliff, because Kawhi came into a star-studded championship caliber team with Manu, Tim, Tony.
You all right about that?
We can keep going on. I mean, the whole squad was hitting, bro. Even the bench,
bro. The whole squad was hitting.
So,
he was a quiet guy. They had to bring him out. Let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sure they doing that in Cleveland, though. The only difference is they're not on the same level as the Spurs team is. They don't have the same coaching.
Popovich is
right. They don't have, and I'm sure that even when you play with, like, those are legends you just named. Tony Parker.
Tim Duncan just got inducted. Tony Parker,
Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili. Like, that's a different level of experience. Yeah. But I mean, you can't hate on Bruce though. You can't hate on Bruce.
I'm giving him a shot, goddamn it.
He's getting his. Yeah.
So no, but I just said that. I was just saying that to say I'm excited to see what he comes out as next year when he has a chance to view the tape, like really sit down and see what he did and go over shit and
get a good training camp.
Right, and work like exactly.
Training camp, summer league, maybe.
He came out coming into COVID. Do you give those rookies a pass though?
No, I think with given the opportunity that they have this summer, I expect more. People got away with a lot of excuses this year on the pandemic. I ain't had no rim at the crib, so I couldn't shots up shit. No, if everything works out how it should, there should be a summer league, there should be a training camp, there should be a preseason. Right. There should be a good due diligence of the team to look at people and be like, okay, he has this talent, we need him, or whatever, what have you. The whole process should happen. It didn't happen last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm anxious to see a LaMelo Ball with the whole process.
So no pass, just hopefully with a full process he could, develop a bit more.
Better. Maybe learn. Maybe he's better with the media. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But something has to progress, given that you have more opportunities to interact with your team and your organization.
No, I follow. I definitely follow. So, do we have the same predictions for Brooklyn? Are they making the finals, or are they getting knocked out early?
I would say Brooklyn is my favorite.
Favorite in the East?
Yeah, 76ers can do it. I don't believe in the Bucks because I've been burned on that before. So I'm just not going to do it this year.
I'm not going to give my predictions yet, but...
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's going to be the Nets and the Sixers in the finals. Yeah. I don't think the Celtics are going to win that far. The Hawks,
Well, we'll
no.
get there. We'll
I'm
get
just, I'm just saying,
there.
Aaron went down the whole list, huh?
Right. We'll get, you trying to. You got somewhere to be?
Right.
No, I got nowhere to be.
He trying to sum up the show in 15 minutes.
When you say the Nets are going to make the finals, I don't see what's stopping them. That's why I was saying that.
Okay. Right. So I see you were just being thorough.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Dot connector. We'll move on to the Jazz Kings. Another game that wasn't really a big one, but it did have the Jazz clinch the number 1 spot. All I can really say about that is Jordan Clarkson. I mean, he's always been hot. You know what I mean? I feel like he didn't get a chance to really show what he was capable of in LA because of the team that he came out on. Of course, when they traded him to Cleveland, it was an eye-opener for me. I'm going to just keep it a buck because he came to a team where that's really all he was Machine Gun Harry. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't have, all he could do was shoot. There was nobody out there shoot the ball. It's how they felt with Jordan Clarkson. Right. So I'm not going to lie, he did impress me to the point that I was kind of interested to see what he did when he did get to Utah. And I applaud him. I'm glad to see that he's still doing his thing. He ended that game with 33, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting 11 of 20 from the field. And he was just doing what he does, taking shots when nobody expects him to take it, like off the run, like off the stop, a step back. He just takes crazy shots and he hits them all. Not all, but
right. Capable.
Yeah, so I mean that I would definitely like to see an eventual Golden State Utah game. I enjoyed that matchup last week when they played.
You said Golden State and Utah.
Yeah.
How's that gonna happen?
Well, you know the only way it does happen, but we'll get there once again. But I just brought that up to say that Jordan Clarkson had a great game that game, and I did enjoy last week's Golden State Utah game. That was a game that I really did enjoy a lot, just because you could tell that each one of them were taking it personal.
Right.
Like Jordan would come down and hit one and Steph be like, oh, all right, I got it. And then Jordan be like, nah, here I go. And it was just back and forth type shit, and I enjoyed watching it. Otherwise, I wouldn't really enjoy a Utah Jazz game. But beyond that, Mavericks. The Mavericks lost to the Timberwolves.
Did they?
Yeah. And they dropped from the 5 to the 10 spot or the 6 spot. That's what I meant.
About Luka. I think Luka needs to I feel what Luka needs to step back just a little bit on his cockiness, just a little bit.
I understand what you're saying.
If you're a white boy in the NBA and you get that many texts, come on, man.
And you get that many texts. Well, see, not because it's not like I mean,
is it? All I'm saying is that like he's still young, you know. Try to start now, calming it down because we're in a cancel concert or whatever, and a lot of people take shit a lot of wrong way. So just start growing up a little bit faster.
You know what? I gotta put my hands up on that because Malk, that was to your point last week.
What is that?
I can't remember his exact words, but he said something along those lines, and I said, "Yeah, I know Luka's still young, but I know that he will play different in the playoffs than he does in the regular season." Like, meaning you can't whine to the ref. You can't do all that bullshit because these games actually count. You can't get kicked out of this.
Right.
Hopefully we'll see that out.
He knows that much, man. I don't think that we can take that away from him. Like,
yeah.
I understand how easy it may be to get caught in the hype, especially when it means so much. Because you got to understand, for some of these people, it's not just about the ring.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm in debt right now, or I gotta pay this fucking bill. I need this bonus. We need to get to the second round.
Right. Yeah.
Motherfuckers is fighting for extras. And you get paid.
$78
That's what I'm saying. Hit them incentives. And making the next round is an incentive in itself.
Hey, look, that's what Dylan Brooks is doing right now. Dylan Brooks he's on track just like last week of just making a large name for himself. When that check comes, I'm not gonna say he's gonna get a max contract, but he's gonna get way more than he should get.
Yeah, no. I mean, but he's been a focal point on the Grizzlies.
I'm not hating on that, but sometimes people get like 120 million. You're like,
Right. Kind of like was it Malcolm Brogdon in Indy?
Well, you know, hey, maybe
he got a nice little check, didn't he?
Hey, I can't hate on any black man.
Or was it the Bucks that paid him the nice check and then Indy they traded him? I can't remember, but I think he got after he won the Rookie of the Year. After his contract came up, I think he got paid a nice little check, and it's not that he's not worth it. By no means am I saying that, but he does fit the same Dylan Brooks vibe, where it's like your game is just bland. You're reliable as hell, but your game is bland, and it's like I can't quite put my finger on the issue.
I'll put it like mediocre. This. To what you were saying about
championships. Not quite mediocre because they're good. They're great players, but
think about this though. Think about this. So to what you were saying, like you want to win a championship, right? When Cleveland won that championship, Timothy Mozgov got checked. Dellavedova got a check. They all got checked, and then Dellavedova, he's still, but Timothy Mozgov got that money. We've never seen that nigga again. You know what I'm saying? He got I think he got like 80 million, 88 or some shit like that, and he went to the Lakers.
Timofey or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Timothy Mozgov. Yeah, that's what I said the first time. Timofey. That was
right.
Yeah, I'm saying like, so you get a championship ring, and you end up being a pivotal part of that championship series.
Right.
You can fuck around and have another team like, man, we need him on. He has a championship pedigree. It's Timothy Mozgov. So yeah, do that.
Listen, hey, but what I will say is, I was impressed with Porzingis coming back. Not coming back because he had been back. I think he was out the game before, but he had been back like a couple games prior though. But he finished the game with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, shooting 6 for 10. But he was the main one keeping them, attempting to keep them in the game. Like he came back looking like how he played in New York.
And that's what I was gonna say is what happened to that man. He's like 7'4", 7'3",
3, I believe.
And he was balling in New York, and then got with Luka and went to the Mavs, and he just fell off.
I think you just said it. I think you just said it right there, because if I'm being honest with you, when he first came out, he was driving to the lane. He was crossing people up. Like they always say centers above 7 foot have a hard time lasting because their joints and shit deteriorate from carrying all that weight. And for him to be a guy that plays like that point forward role at 7'3", of course you're gonna have issues with your body because you're not supposed to be cutting and dribbling and stepping back and doing all that.
You've been making for that, man. God been making for that shit.
Like you may be good at it, right?
You good at it, but
you're sacrificing yourself doing it. And now you look at his game, it's slow. He looks like Igor out on the court. He does, but he's effective. But he's very slow. He doesn't move quick like that. But I was impressed with him. Anthony Edwards balls like he does. He balled that game. He's a killer, like I said.
He is. He really is.
Moving on, because I would like to point out I was wrong. I was wrong twice, but I was definitely wrong in the last game of the season. Hornets Wizards.
Yeah.
Wizards did beat them 115-110.
I knew that. Yeah.
I said.
I'm not gonna go too far here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I didn't. First of all, let me stop because I'm being hard on myself by saying I was wrong. But I said I would favor the Hornets in that matchup.
Right.
I didn't say they would win, but I said I would favor the Hornets in that matchup. I said that would be tough for them, but I would favor the Hornets. The only thing that I noticed about the game, and one of the reasons why they lost, is I feel like starting PJ Washington at center.
Oh yeah, that's dumb.
Was just beyond me.
That's dumb.
Especially when especially when you going up against Robin Lopez.
Right. I gotta.
Bertans.
I just
go ahead,
because I want to jump into the playoff tournament too quick. But who is the Hornets coach again?
I can see his face.
I looked him up.
I can see his face. Can't see his name.
All right, look.
James Borrego.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Dark-haired dude.
Get him out of here. He
kind of looks like the dude for the Celtics coach, right?
He look like
I think the dude for the Charlotte's he look like he scammed his way in there or some shit. You got the slick hair and shit. I don't know. He looked like he said some shit. And
I don't.
he had a fake diploma or something. You know what I'm saying?
He's stupid.
What I'm saying is that because what happened in the play-in tournament,
that was awful.
That's indicative of what you weren't ready for that.
Well,
at least more ready. Let me put it like that. You weren't at least more ready for that.
Well, let's get there in a second because I do want to point out that in that game, Charlotte was 7 for 11 from 3 in the first quarter. In the first quarter of that game.
Man,
you are absolutely correct. But the only reason why I bring that up is because I want to touch on that play-in game here since you brought it up. But what I will say is the only reason why the Wizards won that game was from Ish Smith.
He had a pretty good game. One of them off boys.
I
know what Ish Smith is. He's one of them niggas that just be in the cut.
Man, he ball though. He always has ball. He balls.
He don't ball every game. Just every now and again, you used to see Ish in the cut. Hey man,
listen, he balls. He came from. He played for Philly, didn't he?
He played. Yeah, I think he played.
Right.
He got traded from Philly, I believe, to Washington.
Yeah, Philly's where he got his little bit of shine, I believe.
Right.
I think he got a little check off of that.
But his game, he only had 14 points, but he was shooting 7 of 11, had 8 rebounds and 7 assists, and he's a little guy too. Bench. Right. So the fact that he came out there doing that, I was impressed. But the one thing I noticed about that game was I ended with this, and then I'll make my point I was talking about is if Charlotte gets a decent big man, if they get a decent big man, I won't just say decent, but you know what I mean, like an above average big man, top 12, top 15 big man, it's gonna be problems for the East. It's gonna be I'm telling you, it's gonna be problems for the East if they get a nice big man.
Who would you plug in there? Who's your pick?
If
you
I
think,
was,
you think it's available enough, or if you had a chance to pick anybody, who would you put in there? Well, not just anybody.
Right, I know what you're saying though. Especially seeing how Hayward's not back, like a Miles Turner.
She's not gonna go
kind of thing.
All right.
I would go Miles Turner just because he's not afraid to bang down there and get some rebounds, but he can still step out to the 3 if nobody's exactly. Get a Miles Turner on they squad. That's problems. That's problems out east. I tell you that all day.
All right.
But the only reason why I was making that point is that there were 7-11 in the first quarter alone is because that game was just very clearly the Pacers were hitting everything they shot in Charlotte. No.
You talking
I'm
about
talking
the
about the play-in because he said something about that play-in tournament.
Okay.
No, I watched that game, and
Yeah, it was awful.
there was no Vaseline in that game. There was no Vaseline to
The
be
issue
found.
is that they let him do that to him so quick in the first it was kind of the first into the second quarter. But the only good thing, this is what's crazy about it, is they was shutting Sabonis down. Sabonis didn't really do nothing until the second half of the game. He was.
All I'm saying is, you might be right about that, but there was no point where they had a lot of chance.
No. That's what I'm saying. In the first quarter or so, they was down by like 18, and they couldn't.
They're down by like 40 and some change, like 43, I think.
Was it that much?
It was like 40.
I know it was pretty. I know it was a lot.
At least 40. And 40 in a playoff game means not playoff, a play-in game means that you didn't.
I don't know if it was quite 40 though.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
I don't know if it was quite. It was close. I know it was a lot, but I don't know if it was quite 40.
Was it in the 30s?
Definitely inside of the 30s.
I don't need to look it up. We can agree on that.
Now that was definite. I just don't know if it was quite 40 is a lot.
21, you gotta get the sticks up.
Yeah, you right.
Oh, the loss.
You right.
Dang.
You right. But at the same time, Indiana was bussing.
Yeah, but that isn't.
Indiana was bussing that game.
Push somebody.
Huh?
Do something.
LeVert play, or he's out. He's out.
Nah, Karis. I didn't see Karis LeVert out there.
I don't think Karis played.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Health and safety protocols, COVID related.
But that Indy team smacks Washington. If Indy plays like that, Indy smacks Washington like that.
And then we talking about Indy at the 7th seed.
Listen.
Then
they have
it will have to be the Wizards against.
Wait.
No, would it be the Wizards?
They wouldn't have the 7th seed. They'd have the 8th seed because the Celtics got the 7th seed and they playing Brooklyn, so they would have the 8th against Philly.
That makes sense. I was off.
And they're out of there. Yeah, they're not getting past Philly. I don't care how good
not past Philly.
How good Indy's shooting. They're not getting past Philly.
Joel Embiid's gonna take care of that, let alone. And Seth. I think Seth Curry's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the dark horse in the playoffs.
Y'all igniting Seth Curry. This
No. I wasn't saying that. Yeah, agreeing with him. I was just saying, I don't see them getting past Indy. But I can't say that I wouldn't put a couple dollars on the low end on Malk's bet that Seth is a dark horse of the playoffs.
I think he's going to be.
$100 shit.
I mean, I'm saying like if we were in Vegas and there were odds, I'm not saying I would just put 5 on that. That wouldn't make me no money. But
like how Tyler Hero emerged throughout the playoffs last year. Like I just feel like Seth Curry's going to be that kind of dominant in the playoffs. Like,
Seth Curry just has to take it. Seth Curry is like Lonzo.
Look,
you have everything your brother has. You just got to take it. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Caesars has a sports book online. You can do that. It's possible. You can sit in your chair and put 20 on Seth. Do whatever you want.
Well, I would have to have somebody in Vegas to make the bet for me.
No, you don't. You go online. See, it's 2021. Sports book.
I'll make the
bet and do it.
I'm in Indy.
You think niggas fly out to Vegas and make bets?
Well, it ain't legal here, is what I'm saying. So
right.
All right, I'm just saying.
They did discuss it on the news the other
day.
Right.
They try. I heard they talking. They bringing it back up, but it's not legal here. So I would have to have an outside source to get that, or do it outside. It's all right.
Well, there's casinos there. There wasn't casinos there now. That's a different.
No, story. Right? Yeah, there is casinos, but they don't do live betting there.
Are they still in the river?
No. They got actual casinos.
Oh, okay.
We got actual casinos.
I ain't been there. I don't know.
Yeah, they got fights in the casino and all that.
You know what I'm talking about, the riverboats.
I know exactly what you said.
Aaron's funny as fuck.
You said on the boat. Is it on the boat?
On
nah,
the boat.
nigga.
Drive the boat though.
But moving on from the Hornets, I just want to get through these last couple just from the 16th, just to
recap.
Yeah, because it wasn't nothing the following day. The Knicks Celtics.
Is that talk to me about that.
Yeah, Knicks Celtics. That's what the Knicks clinched the 4th seed with that. They got the win over the Celtics 96-92.
You know what, Cliff, let me pause you right there.
Of course.
So, and I said this before, I'm just going to say it again. That is the one team, being the Knicks, that the Nets
shock some motherfuckers.
Truthfully worry about.
Shock some motherfuckers.
Sleeping on them. And it is serious, Cliff and Aaron, for the Knicks, because y'all both in New York. Who's the king in New York? I mean, I'm saying that's how they're going to look at it, both teams.
Ooh,
and
I didn't even think about it like that.
Who's the king in New York? And
that would be great to see. I would love to see, and I know I'm jumping the gun, but I would, and this isn't even my prediction, I'm just saying I would love to see in conference finals, Brooklyn, New York for the East, Warriors, Utah for the West.
Here's what I'm gonna say: if the Knicks and the Nets make the Eastern Conference Finals, we're gonna make a movie out of this shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the New York Rucker type shit. Yeah,
New York is gonna let this slide. The year that the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks made the motherfucking Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
That means that New York is on the top of the East.
Yeah,
we all know New York niggas.
You ain't wrong.
Those are the loudest niggas you ever meet. Imagine if they had the Nets and the Knicks.
If they get the Nets and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm bringing Cali on the NBA show.
You don't have to do something, because niggas is finna wear Nets hats and Knicks jerseys and shit just to be assholes. You ain't even gonna pick a side.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
In New York in this bitch. What's happening?
I'm scared of the Knicks though, y'all. I'm for real. I'm scared of the Knicks. Like,
why would you be scared? I ain't scared of them. I'm rooting for them motherfuckers. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Kyrie. Not the biggest fan of KD.
Me neither.
Not the biggest fan of Harden, but he's in the middle of KD and Kyrie.
Right.
Now,
Agreed.
If
I would
they
say Harden is a more better story than KD.
You said
Harden.
He had to come up a little bit. That's what my
right. No, definitely. That's probably why I put him a little bit above KD, in between KD and Kyrie. But my whole thing is, if they lost to somebody like the Knicks, I might be happier. Like, even though you knocking my niggas off, I'm happy that these niggas knocked y'all off. Like, the underdog knocked y'all off.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that nobody expected just knocked y'all off.
I'm gonna say this. Do you think if the Knicks win this fairy tale series of the East Coast, are they or are they not getting swept in the finals?
That's a biased question for me. I can't answer.
So?
I don't care if it's Utah. I don't care if it's the Lakers. I don't think you get swept. I don't think they get swept.
Oh, swept, Aaron? Yeah, not swept.
Yeah, no, I don't think they get swept.
Is it the disrespect that I just displayed towards New York? Is it the disrespect?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't got no ties to New York. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm not saying that, but like, I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel about.
Ain't your boy from New York, Cliff? Ain't your boy from New York?
You look, he don't even pay attention in his phone. I said if New York and Brooklyn go to the finals, the conference finals, I'm bringing Cali on this motherfucker. Yeah, he's from New York, but I mean, he's like, what? That doesn't. What? I don't have.
I know what you're saying.
Ties. I don't have.
Right.
Like, I even got family there, but I don't visit you, so I don't have ties to New York to care if y'all win or lose. Right. The only ties that I have to Brooklyn are Kyrie Irving. You started out as a Cav, once a Cav, always a Cav in my book. So I rooted for him when he was in Boston.
You know something? I feel like that would be like the 2021 version of like Above the Rim. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was the Nets against the Knicks. Like I would like to be honest
That's
with you.
That is a listen.
The more I think about it, the more I want it to happen.
I do too.
If I knew how to redo the titles, I would have put that as the motherfucking title.
That would be hard, nigga.
2021 Above the Rim.
The Brooklyn Nets,
New York.
Knicks. Motherfucking what's that nigga's name? Dwayne Martin. He the coach now.
Listen, we might have to
oh yeah, right.
We might have to see how these playoffs go and do like the actual NBA do and make shirts for that if it start looking like it's gonna happen, and then make some shirts the other way just in case.
Right.
You gotta beat the Africans too.
Because I would love some Hit the Showers 2021 Above the Rim shirts.
Dang.
Get the fuck out
of here.
Beat
the Africans to it, man. Step one. They're always watching.
Nah, I think you stupid. You stupid as fuck. But that was a very good analogy you brought there. But I will say that Celtics shocked me just watching that game because I noticed they got so much young talent that I did not know they had. They got Carson Edwards out of Purdue. He played out of Purdue. They got Romeo Langford. He came out of Indiana, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
They got Tremont Waters. Where did he come out of? Louisiana State or something like that. And then they got Peyton Pritchard that came out of Oregon.
I remember him. Yep.
All of them came out of the 2019 draft except for Peyton Pritchard. So that means that I got to give big ups to the Boston Celtics office because you got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Then you got all three of them coming out in 2019 and then pick Peyton Pritchard up in 2020. Like you've been making good moves and you've always been at the top of the, of the East. So to be at the top of the East and be able to make those moves in the draft is incredible. That's a applaud to their front office. And that was the first thing I thought when I was watching that. Other than that, I saw that Jabari Parker was back out there with a new back, legs, neck, and arms.
Let me tell you something.
He was playing like he had a brand new body.
He brought that old man game out to him. Hey, look, let me show you something, young buck.
It wasn't even just so much old. Like, he was dunking on motherfuckers and everything. He looked like Altered Carbon.
Nah, man, look, that was an old man form of the game that we're used to.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? To us, it's still kind of a little bit fresh.
Right.
He's mastered that. You know what I'm saying? It's not great, but I'm having a hard time describing it.
I know what you mean. I know what you're saying, though.
It's an effective way of being aggressive and not athletic at the same time.
But he was dunking on motherfuckers.
That doesn't mean you're athletic when you're 6'7". It means
He's a little taller than that, I thought, but I get what you're getting at.
That means he has like a 25-inch vertical. Is that athletic? No. You might have a 25-inch vertical.
But didn't he break his back in college?
I'm not saying he didn't come back from craziness. What I'm trying to say is that his athletic days are over with. Now he's on back.
Nigga, if you break your back in college, you would think your NBA career is over with. The fact that he was back out on the court kind of gave me the same.
He didn't break his back in college. It had to be in the NBA.
Nah, I don't think so, G.
He was at Duke, and you talking about Jabari Parker, right?
Yeah. Okay, no, that wasn't who I'm thinking.
Yeah, no. Oh, hell no.
Wait, no.
Are you talking about Michael Porter Jr.?
I know he did. No, but that's not. It was somebody before him, too. Either before him or came out the same year as Jabari Parker that broke their back or something and came out.
It was Ben McLemore, Jabari Parker, and Julius Randle. They all came out the same year.
They did.
1, 2, and 3. They're all in the top 3. I don't know, but they're in the top 3.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, it might not be him. It doesn't matter who it was. I know that motherfucker been, like Brittany said, that somebody need to freeze J.J. Watt. that motherfucker been frozen for a while because he came back with a new body out there last night
Yeah,
or
JJ
Sunday.
Watt. JJ Watt's probably the last. He's like the last of a dying breed of white boys. Like he's like the last like strong gene. I'm not, but like we look at his family: T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt, and what's the other Watt name? There's another one.
Quit talking about the Bosas.
Right.
You want to talk about J.J. Watt?
No, I'm right, but what about Nick and Joey Bosa?
There's 3 of them too.
Right? All right, so there's Nick and Joey Bosa. That's 2.
Is there 3 of them?
There's 3.
I'm asking. I thought there was 3. I know
There's
there's 2.
There's J.J. Watt. There's T.J. Watt, and there's another one.
I'll look it up.
You can look it up. There's 3 of them.
No, I know there's 3 Watts. I'm not disagreeing there. I'm saying the Bosa brothers. I think that there's 3 of them too.
What was your first point that you said about them? Oh, they the last breed of.
They're like the last
white men,
purebred, whatever they come from.
I don't think that is accurate, and I think that Malcolm took us on a different route of what was being said. But I do like your points. I don't know if that qualifies under what Aaron's describing. Maybe though.
I'm confused as shit now.
Maybe it does. But regardless, we're not here to talk football. I'm just
trying to stay along.
Yeah, I was just saying that he's been. I didn't even know the motherfucker was still alive. You hear what I'm saying?
Who you talking
Jabari Parker. I hadn't heard of him since what, 2016?
You see, he ain't know if he was still alive. Damn. Yeah, he was still breathing free air. He was eating you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, usually you hear a smear piece about somebody saying how they felt. Kwame Brown is the perfect example. You usually hear a smear piece about how good somebody was picked. Because didn't he go number 1?
That's not comparable because he's been out the game for like 10, 12 years.
But didn't he go number 1? Didn't Jabari go number 1? No, he might have went number.
Jabari did.
Jabari went. Kwame Brown definitely went number 1. I don't think.
Yeah, I think Jabari Parker might have went number 1. He might have been 1 or 2.
He went 2. I don't think he went 1.
It might have been 2.
Either Randall.
Look that up, Malcolm, if you can. Yeah, I think he might have been. He might have been 1. I'm saying he might have been 1.
Julius went to the Lakers, I think.
I think I might put Jabari Parker after Greg Oden.
What you mean by after? As far as like bust go from what you were expected to be?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I all the way agree, but I'll definitely say I'm right there with you.
Right.
I have a jaded opinion.
2. Okay. He went 2. Who went 1 that year?
Was it Julius Randle or Ben McLemore? Was Julius Randle?
I'll look it up. 2014.
Ben McLemore? It better not been.
It was drumroll.
Right.
Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, to Cleveland.
They had a little 4-piece.
To Cleveland. And we traded him with our bitch asses. Salty as fuck about that.
Anthony Bennett. I'm going to say that shit.
Oh, man. That nigga, boy.
Hey,
we draft Anthony Bennett. Who?
Yeah, I was pissed too. I was more excited about the Joe Harris pickup than when we got Anthony Bennett.
I had to answer the questions though because I'm the nigga from Ohio. Why you picking Anthony Bennett? I don't even like the Cavs, but you from Ohio, ain't you? Yes.
Listen, I love the Cavs, and I was upset with that pick. He had one game where he went 7 for 7 from 3.
So NBA had to put his hat on goal.
You said what? He's still playing actually.
And not in the NBA?
No, he plays in Canada.
Overseas or something?
He's playing in Canada.
Okay, great. That's where he's from.
He just won the national Canadian title, I think.
Dang. And I hope he has a fruitful life and he makes millions of dollars.
2 years ago or last year.
I wish him well.
Right. I mean, but you fucked up.
When they called your name first, you were confused. That's when you know you fucked up. If you called,
I don't think he was confused. They were pegging him to go high.
Look at that video. I swear on everything.
They were pegging him to be a what do they call it? What do they call it? Top 15.
Yes.
They call it a thank you. They call it a A lottery pick.
Oh, yeah.
They pegged him to be a lottery pick. I just didn't expect Cleveland to pick him number one. That's what that came down to.
You gentlemen to do is watch that draft. When they call his name, look at his face. He's like,
listen,
he knew he stole something.
Right? He did. Kevin Love Jr.
It's me.
That's exactly what they thought they was getting to. A big man that a rebound and can shoot a three. That's Kevin Love, motherfucking Jr.
That's the first time I heard the crowd boo, and I was like, y'all should be booing. You should boo this. He went to University of Las Vegas, right?
I can't remember the school, but it was somewhere off.
He went to UNLV, I believe.
Yeah, it was somewhere off. Shit, Markelle Fultz, but we ain't about to get into the the first rounders that didn't peg theyself to pan out. I will say that Lakers Pelican game. Lastly, LeBron did LeBron things. That's all I can really say about that. 25 points, one rebound though. I was kind of like, come on, LeBron. You know, you do got to save it though, and LeBron's not down there for that anyway.
No.
But he did have 6 assists. He shot 50%, 11 to 22. AD had 5 rebounds. 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist off 30 minutes of play. Like, I'm looking at the stats like, come on, bruh. I almost felt
so timid now.
I almost was more so upset with LeBron than I was with AD.
Really?
Yes, and I know I can't be because he did get it done last year. Regardless of what the stipulations were, whether it be the bubble, the bullshit of the schedules last year, they still got it done. But it goes back to that bad general shit that we talked about, where it's like, is this your king, LeBron? Is this the guy? Is this your 2 guy? Is this the guy you pick to really help you make it to multiple rings?
Let me ask y'all a basketball question. You know, we all play basketball in some type of way, you know, as a team.
Right.
You know, look, there's some people that you see out there and you're like, oh, this guy. Yeah, I remember that.
What you mean is as far as what?
What I'm trying to say is that so LeBron discommunicates so many people. Every now and again, when he plays them, they have a vendetta. Like, okay, yeah, all right. You traded me for this guy. Yeah. I'm going to take this man out.
Okay, I think I'm following now.
So you run these problems of people that have different problems with you that you don't even realize. You don't even think about them, right? But LeBron is going to a season now where he's in the they're in the play-in, right? Playing
where he didn't want to be.
Steph Curry.
Right.
Where Malk didn't want him to be.
If LeBron loses this game,
he shouldn't. Bad. Right, he shouldn't. And they said it on ESPN too. They said that who has more pressure in the game is very clearly LeBron. Because Steph shouldn't have even gotten here. Mm-hmm. Steph shouldn't have even made it here. And the fact that he did, that's a big problem. And the fact that y'all let him slide in, that's a big fucking problem.
Y'all keep listening to this 40-year-old nigga. Like he knows what's going on. I'm not saying LeBron isn't knowledgeable and smart. What I'm trying to say is that he's still chasing something. It's been 20 years, right? There's going to be a lot of people coming up.
Turn his fan off. There you go.
What happens?
I'm tripping, my fault.
It's all good. LeBron is in a position that he put himself in, right? He has his players that he picked, and they're all out there.
I follow. Yep.
Steph Curry is out there with what he has. And guess what? I get to play one game. And negative or positive, I think LeBron still has a chance to make the playoff. I think even if he loses this game.
Yeah, even if they lose, he still plays the winner of
Grizzlies.
Spurs and Grizzlies.
Clippers
and Grizzlies.
Spurs and Grizzlies. Clippers already in.
Clippers already in. What I'm trying to say is that there you go again. He's with some other niggas now. He don't even trust. He don't put up 45. It might win. And LeBron out there, whole LeBron.
Let's see. And you know what's funny though is this is why. Listen,
Malcolm don't like this. I'm sorry, man. You good, man?
Who? What?
Malcolm, you good, man?
I'm trying to make sure. I hear my kids jumping around. Keep telling them. Never mind. Let's go.
Because you was looking mad real quick. I thought you was mad at me, and
I'm over here trying to concentrate here.
Listen, go put hands on asses if that's what you need to do. We can listen. This some meat buttons. Right, we can hold it down.
Man, all right. But hold on, real quick. I'm gonna say this before I come right back. I think that tonight, not to jump ahead too much, I just think tonight's gonna be a boxing match. I think that my Lakers will come out. I think we will win. But I think we are going to feel the effects of Steph Curry. I think Steph is going to do Steph things, and I expect him to, because y'all know I love Steph anyways. But I think that we'll pull through, but I think Steph is going to beat us up pretty bad. I told you that, Cliff.
If Steph beats y'all tonight, they make the finals.
Right, I will.
If Steph beats them tonight, they make the finals, because then they're matched up against the Suns. We know how that goes.
You think so?
Yeah, we know how that's been going. Steph's been smashing the Suns.
I think Chris Paul meets Steph Curry outside, and he goes and takes the L. I'm gonna take this baseball bat to your kneecap. Blow.
What is that? Harding, Tanya Harding.
Ain't no Chris Paul. Ain't no Steph Curry.
He's stupid.
It's Devin Booker against the motherfucking Warriors.
He said Tanya Harding this motherfucker. But I can't say that. I was about to say even if you take away Steph and Chris, I would still give the Warriors a dying shot, but Booker's gonna do too much of them, and I don't think they got anybody that'll stop him from doing what he does. And nobody else, i.e. Wiggins, Poole, is going to step up to do anything to fill the gaps. So, yeah, I mean, if there is no Steph, but the thing is, the common denominator that what you just brought up is that Chris Paul doesn't equal Steph. Chris Paul doesn't equal. Chris Paul.
I would say Steph Curry is a safety net. Steph Curry is a safety net. Steph Curry is, I lost my dribble. Oh, Draymond Green made a whole career off of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson as a safety net. Oh, I lost my dribble. Oh, there goes Steph Curry.
What do you mean? Chris Paul, his whole game is robbing.
What do you mean robbing?
Like Batman and Robin. He couldn't do it in LA with the Clippers with Blake and DeAndre.
Yeah.
He constantly needs somebody to take the reins, right?
He's a wingman.
Right. No, you're absolutely correct. He may be the best wingman, but he's still just a wingman. He can't do it alone.
But let's be honest. The jury's still on Steph Curry making it all the way there himself. The jury's still on. I'm saying all the way there to the top of the mountain, not the playoff play-in.
Wait.
Right. They didn't make the finals. If they beat
you, Cliff.
This is the best situation Chris Paul's ever been in going into the playoffs.
I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is this. Steph Curry, each trip to the finals, he's had Klay. That's all I'm saying.
Right. No, he's had someone. He hadn't always had Klay.
Draymond Green in a dry ass, motherfucking ashy ass bench. Keeping it real.
Aaron.
Not good.
You want me to tell you a secret?
What's that?
You put Steph Curry with Vucevic and your boy Zach LaVine, or you put him with Colin Sexton and Okoro and a couple of them guys, Steph's still doing Steph things, and that's a game changer.
Listen, he's taking them to the playoffs.
That's a better team than what the Lakers have. Are we not? Wait a minute. Time out. Don't do that, because that's the better team than what the Warriors have. No,
which one? Look what he's doing with the Warriors.
You talking about if you put Steph in Chicago, that's a better team than what the Warriors currently have?
Yes.
You are correct. Now you saying if you put Steph in Cleveland, that's a better team than the Warriors currently have. math being done in heads. Right. And that's funny because that's exactly what I was thinking in my head too. Jeopardy music. Rest in peace.
I can't really sit here.
OG Alex Trebiniano.
Right.
Man,
hey, Paul Mooney too.
Like, oh, R.I.P. Paul Mooney today. And God bless your family.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, my point that I was making is, how many teams y'all are there in the NBA? Because is it
30 even?
Is this 30?
Yeah, I think it is 30 even. Yeah.
I feel like at least I'll say 28.
It's about time for a Columbus team. Give us an expansion squad.
I'd love to see that. Steph's a game changer for any team you put him on. Most likely playoff bound.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Steph is just that dude.
What's the worst team in the league right now?
The Timberwolves.
Statistically, is that correct?
I'll double check, but I believe so.
Is it the Pistons?
I think it may be the Pistons.
I'm gonna look it up.
But you put Steph on the Pistons. Steph is making it to the finals, or at least the conference finals.
All right, so are we weighing the value of Steph Curry over who?
No, we're not weighing no value. I'm just saying.
I'm saying, like, Steph Curry, yes, he's taking a team that doesn't deserve nowhere to be in the talks.
Right.
Up to where we have to sit here and argue about it for like minutes.
Houston? Damn, that's
17-55.
What?
Houston was the worst. Yeah, that's fucked up. I didn't expect that. Who was 2? Damn, I didn't expect that. Like, I don't got my phone right here. I got my phone. I'm just
Detroit.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Detroit was a replay, my nigga.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But yeah, I mean, so hold on. So that leads me to previous conversations us three have had.
Yeah.
So when we talk, I'm not trying to jump the gun. I'm just trying to stick with Steph mainly.
Now we about to get into the fun part of the episode, but let's go.
I was just gonna say, does that consider Steph as a?
I agree.
Runner?
MVP, yes, I do agree. I wouldn't say. I guess
I said last week. I said I was the one that put Steph on the. I didn't do all that. I'm just saying I was.
First of all, you wasn't here last week. You mean the week before?
But I have been an advocate.
Right. No, you have. You have. I think we all have to an extent. I didn't give him 1. I did give him 3.
His talent is hard to knock.
But from that aspect, though, Malcolm, from what we just discussed,
you know what I mean?
I could see how you give him 1 because you could argue, can you put Embiid on Cleveland or Detroit, and do y'all win? No, y'all don't. Can you put Joker on there? No, y'all don't win. Y'all don't win.
Who else going to be this nice about it? Who else is going to be this nice and approachable about it?
As far as what? Explain.
The media.
We getting spam, Cliff?
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking too. It's not popping up on my my read. We got some off-target messages popping up. Shit, it's all right.
All I'm saying, I forgot.
A new spam view. Fuck it.
You was talking about Aaron. Sorry, Cliff was talking about Embiid being, for example, on any team and Joker and them guys, and that it wouldn't change probably them going to the playoffs for the most part.
If you put Joker or Embiid on Houston or Detroit.
I'm talking about Steph Curry.
You would be talking about media presence in that fucking playoff background.
Look at it though. Seriously though. That who votes on the MVP?
Right.
They're journalists.
Right.
That vote on the MVP. He's approachable. I can talk to this guy.
Okay, well then why is he so far down the list?
Of what?
By that same realm of thinking.
He's terrible. Look at his team. His team was like, oh look, I brought my boys with me. But
MVP doesn't equate to what your team is
Right.
doing.
Right.
it does. Well, how's it not? Well, wait a minute. If you take a team, right, but when you were injured, was he injured at the beginning of this year? Did he play the first part of this year?
Steph?
Like the first couple games?
He might have been injured the first couple, but he wasn't
so-
out. He wasn't out forever.
Right. Not like
If
last
you
year.
came in, you come back in, you change the trajectory of your team from what people thought they were going to bomb this year and get
Right.
a first round pick or some shit like
Right.
that. Now they playing LeBron, and LeBron is sweating his fucking shit
Right.
about this game
Right.
because of Steph Curry.
Right.
Now, and he's the nicest guy out there. He's the nicest guy.
You just mean
But-
personally, just being a nice
here's
dude.
what I'm trying to say. Like, look, LeBron has lost his man so many times. He cannot look at his team and think that, oh yeah, such and such here, such and such here. Steph Curry's at my one. I need to be worried about him because he can take me out at any point. What I'm trying to
Okay.
say is that, like, his effect on the NBA is like, look, I heard y'all said about the team and shit, but Steph Curry gonna finna come out here and put 45 on me.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm
What's
thinking
he been doing?
you're.
Average 30 something? Is he the shooting? Is he the scoring champion?
Yeah.
He is. He won. He
Yeah.
won.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Well, he's
Yeah.
bombing, man.
I'm thinking you're arguing the fact. I'm thinking you're arguing the fact, and that's not the case at all. I just tripped out because somebody's knocking on my door. I don't have time to answer because anybody that knows me knows that I would be podcasting right now. So
Right. Sorry about your luck.
Um,
God damn it, somewhere.
but
I mean, here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, I'll end it on this. Pressure makes diamonds. Yes, I think LeBron and the Lakers definitely feel the pressure, and they're going to feel the pressure tonight. But I think that's what brings us the best out of us is when we feel that pressure. We know we're going against somebody like Steph, who, let alone himself, could whoop everybody on the team, could take over that whole game. You know what I mean? That's going to make LeBron have to do LeBron things, as Cliff said. He's going to have to. You can't just take it easy and cruise on this one. You're going to have to go full out.
I almost put money on that. LeBron gonna get a check, pushing Steph Curry and shit.
Nah, I don't. They're actually friends. Like, they're cool. I mean, but Cliff made a good point though. Aaron, is the problem in the league too these days is it's buddy. So I think LeBron's going to try to do that before. Hey man, what's up, bro? Yeah, blah 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 blah. He's going to try to play the mind games on that buddy.
oh, you know LeBron playing mind games. What's going to happen is LeBron going to walk over and dap him up like he do normally before every game, and he going to say, "Listen, if it don't work out for y'all this year, you already know I got the invitation out." And he going to do everything in his power to make sure it don't work out. But the bad thing about it is that he still has an opportunity to come back in at the 8th seed, right? Because if Lakers beat Warriors tonight, Lakers play the Suns, the Warriors play the winner of the Grizzlies and the Spurs. So I got the Warriors beaten either or. So that means that the Warriors then come in and I get my dream matchup of Utah Warriors. The only difference is it's in the first round instead of the conference finals.
Right.
But that's another reason why I was saying if the Warriors beat the Lakers tonight, they get to the finals. Because that Spurs matchup, it's always leaned a little bit towards the Warriors regardless of who's been playing.
Right.
Then next game would be winner of Utah and the Lakers. Well, no, because it'd be 1 and 2. So I'm lying. It would be the winner of
Suns and Jazz.
No, that's what we're talking about. That
So to be Jazz and Clippers or some,
right.
Mavs,
the Clippers are playing the Mavs, so it'd probably be the winner of that game that would play
rematch.
That would play the Warriors if they beat. It'd it's too much to follow, but you feel what I'm saying
Right.
if you were following
Yeah,
what I'm saying. But either way, I think that the Warriors do have a good chance of making the finals if they beat the Lakers tonight. If not, I'm not saying that they can't beat Utah.
Right.
It's a lot tougher game, I believe. Because Utah is just in sync as a team, as an entire team. Even the Suns, I don't see them in sync as an entire team. I see Chris Paul passing to Devin Booker. I don't even see him getting too many lobs to DeAndre Ayton like that. It almost looks like Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham, where Chris Paul's like, just get it to Devin. And then you see Cameron Payne come in on the back end, and he takes it himself on that Colin Sexton shit because he's like, nah, I'm not. If it's open, I'm taking it.
I just feel like some of these teams are built for a game or two. I don't know if they're built for a 7-game series to close.
And that's a great point to make.
You know what I mean?
That's a great point to make.
It's kind of like what Aaron said about the car. Aaron, I'm gonna use your your car analogy a couple weeks ago. It's
the
like,
Lamborghini and the what'd he say? What was the other one? Corolla or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But like you said, like we know that Lambo can go fast, but it's you know what I'm saying, it might need some work soon. It's going, gonna need some repairs. So these teams can play fast, they can score, but can you be durable through 7 games? Can you close it? Because some of these teams, because to your point, Cliff, the LeBrons and them, even the Stephen, they got experience. They know what it takes to play 7 games.
And you're questioning that
for like the Suns and the Jazz, teams like that, y'all still don't know what it feels like to endure a playoff in a 7-game series like that.
Right. I'm following exactly what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You're gonna win a couple games. I'm not saying that in a series. I'm just saying, but to finish up the 7, boy, that's a lot.
Listen, it definitely is. Speaking of, go ahead.
It's like a small piece of all this is going to be stamina.
Yeah.
Like over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of breaks and shit. Now y'all need to stretch it out, a whole legitimate playoff series. We see what happened to James Harden when he tried to do that shit a couple years. Like every time he made it to the finals or whatever the fuck, far in the playoffs, he got tired. We're going to see a lot more teams as a whole have that same problem of just being tired
burnout
towards the end of the playoffs, even the good teams. So I think that's going to be a big problem. You all right, big dog?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I heard something else. I'm tripping.
I'm saying you got that thing. All right,
Nah, if it was that deep, I get up. But
to your point, Aaron and Cliff, that just makes me think of my Lakers. Like, bro, if y'all don't win as Lakers, like if y'all don't at least get to the finals, it's all bad for y'all, bro. AD, you sat out months. LeBron, you sat out 20+ games.
Okay.
So y'all got rest.
LeBron, you made us trade people.
Yeah.
You made us spend money.
Not only did you make us trade people and spend money, you traded away some of the best players in the NBA this year.
Some of the top 50.
Julius Randle's been balling his ass off. Brandon Ingram's been balling his ass off.
Julius Randle.
Huh?
I think Kobe did Julius Randle.
Kobe might have did Julius Randle. I think we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart.
Right. Well, Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball, you could have got. No, Jordan Clarkson got rid of him going to originally. Well, yeah, I mean the year before is what I'm saying. But I mean, yeah, you can still count him.
Get rid of this nigga.
You can still count him.
DeMarcus Cousins, and he been balling on the
Got rid of Cousins, got rid of McGee,
Howard.
Listen.
Man. Let's quit. I'm trying to be depressed. Look, I'm about to be the new Kevin Love. You better quit, Cliff. Y'all better quit naming these boys.
I'm just saying.
It is sad, though. It is sad.
I need to sign Kevin Love because I need him.
Y'all need to sign. Listen, y'all need to sign Kevin Love to LA because y'all need him.
look, even LeBron ain't trying to bring him in. He supposed to be cool with him. He ain't trying to bring him over to the West Coast.
You don't even answer that motherfucker's phone number no more. That nigga Kevin Love called LeBron private now, and he probably got that Google screen.
I just want to say Merry Christmas. You know, everything's cool over here.
That nigga is like an inmate number where he got to get his message off in a certain amount of seconds, and that nigga's not returning the call.
He ain't playing.
Since you picture myself, I've been lifting weights and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can see the muscle tone and shit. God damn.
Listen.
Awesome.
But the fun part of the show, playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's go over the playoffs of and I'm gonna write these down too. I'm gonna write y'all's answers down because we gonna come back. Yes, because I've done a good job though. I have done a good job of remembering people's responses, and if I'm being honest, y'all haven't been off too much. I always try to make it a point that when I am, I point it out. I was definitely off about the Celtics Wizards game.
Okay. Right.
Remember last week I said I didn't see
the Celtics. I think I said that too though.
No, that wasn't it.
I thought we discussed it. I thought we both thought that Washington was going to go ahead.
No. I said that's a bad matchup for them. That I did say that's a bad matchup for them. I didn't say who was going to win though. But I was thinking it, so I'll say that. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking it because we talked about with them losing Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
So I'll take that. But Kemba Walker, he makes a big difference. Yeah, and I think he scored like 28. I think he was like I know he was up there. I know he almost had 30. I know it was more than 27. It was at least 28. And I think he had like something in 8 assists. I can't remember the rebounds.
Like he's hot or cold.
3 and 8. He is too. He's kind of like cold, ain't he? We talked about your boy. You didn't agree, but how I said about John Morant. Kemba Walker is higher code than John Morant, though. Kemba Walker's code is still going to be like 14, 16 points. It's not going to be 2 12-point games in a row.
You keep disrespecting this man. John Morant
and it's funny, though, too, because they said that, and we about to get into that, too. They said it on ESPN. They said they asked the coach about Ja if they think Ja would show up in the finals, and the coach said as long as Ja's not in his head and he just reacts and does what we need him to do, and he's been doing that all his career, I think he'll be fine. And I said, I agree with that statement, but I think that there's a little cap in it because that's not what he's done all his career. That may have been
all right. Means 2+ seasons or so.
And
3 seasons.
If you're talking about college, yes, you're absolutely correct. But once he got to the NBA, the nigga's been playing a little timid. Like his first year out, he did do his thing. We talked about it last week, averaging what?
Right.
I think it was almost 19 points a game.
I see his career. I'm trying to
And then you drop down like 3
17.8.
17.8. Then you drop down to 15.
This year he averaged 19.1. He finished with 19.1 average.
I'm talking about
field goal percentage. He did drop in that.
Well, no, I can't remember. I'm thinking about what we talked about last week, but I can't remember what it was exactly. I'm not going to get into it. But the nigga's wishy-washy is what it comes down to. He's wishy-washy. Kemba's wishy-washy. The only difference is Kemba has NBA experience, so his wishy-washy is more like wax on, wax off, where, what's the name? He has no experience. He's learning off the fly. He needs a Mr. Miyagi.
And who was that we're talking about now?
Kemba Walker and Ja Morant.
Oh, okay, yes.
They're both wishy-washy. They're just on 2 different levels.
Yeah.
Kimba put you on 30.
Right now.
You said what?
Ja's the face of Memphis, as opposed to Kimba Walker just being. He's been the face of Charlotte, right? He did have that point, but now he's like the third wheel. He's the second wheel now.
He is.
He's the second wheel now, but he was the third wheel because it was Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? He's that little small little role, and he's starting to flourish off. I think he's starting to flourish a little off the fact that he's not supposed to be the person that busts your ass.
Kimba?
Yeah, John Morant is supposed to be the person on the Grizzlies as a first or second year. He's a second year player.
You're saying what I said from last week. You're saying the same shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, he got a game tonight to show, and that's what the analyst said. As long as he's not timid Ja, he should be good. But the fact that even you're noticing is an issue when you're supposed to be the best man on the team. You can't be timid if you're supposed to be the face of the team.
He's still young though. He's only 21.
You know what I'm saying? We're saying this as
definitely
they're winning this game right now. Like they're winning it right now.
That's what's up. I didn't know it was on right now. What's the score?
It's 56-40 now at halftime.
Okay.
Give him a good 2, no more than 3. I think Ja, that is.
What, 3 years?
Years, yeah.
Right.
Because so he's still 21. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine, as much as we talk about how he should be, like you said, not timid and running the team, this and that. I can imagine how intimidating that is coming into the league at a 19, 20-year-old age. You do see the
doesn't matter how good you are, right?
Yeah,
Zion didn't pan out like that. I would honestly give him P's over how Zion did too, but Zion was kind of dealing with injuries as well. Also went to a team that had a lot of offloads from the Lakers, so it wasn't evident that you were going to be the face of the team like he expected himself to be.
They both went to places where basketball isn't like the number one focus.
Right, but
New Orleans.
In Zion's defense is Ja went to a team where he was expected to be number one guy from the minute he stepped on that court. Zion was expected to until all them.
She showed a little glimmer that rookie season.
Right.
They expected it, but once they seen it, they was like, "Oh shit, this nigga's nice, nigga."
Yeah.
They hoped for it. They expected it in a sense that they wouldn't went for the pick if they didn't expect that to be true. They just didn't expect it to be what they thought it was. And I'm just saying that it may be a Sam Darnold situation where you threw that man into something that he's not quite ready for at the moment. Now, he may develop into it if you give him enough time, but that's a different question. But to put him on that high praise, like top, what he say he was? Top 5 point guards in the league?
Yeah, he said he was top 5, and I was like, bro, top 5?
Yeah,
I'd say top 10 still. But not top 5.
I put top 10 on him.
Did I say top 5?
No, he said
no.
Top
Ja
5
Moran
about himself.
He said, I'm top 5,
and I understand that you're supposed to be confident. It's that delusional confidence that we talked about from a couple of episodes ago. You got to have it going against the level of competition that you're going against night in and night out. If you didn't think you were top 5, I wouldn't want you on a squad. But you're not. Let's work to it. Is what someone needs to explain. But getting into the good shit, the playoffs, we got guaranteed games coming up May 22nd. First and foremost, we have the Heat versus the Bucks. What I want from y'all is who you got in the matchup and how many.
I'm gonna take the Bucks. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a long 7. You just got to take it.
7. Okay.
I think they're gonna drag you out. You know, it's gonna be Giannis doing this.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. It's gonna be a lot of backhead bouncing going on.
But I think they're gonna get it done because look, if the Bucks lose this series, you got to start doing something.
Yeah, you gotta rebuild. You gotta
get rid of him. I love him to death, but get him out. But first, get his motherfucking
get who
brother
out? Oh,
but get his brother out first. Get that nigga.
Get both of them out. Okay.
I'm talking about I'm not. I was about to say something fucked up. I'm not gonna say that because I was about to bring up Casino. I'm gonna stop. What I'm trying to say is get both them brothers up out of here. Look, Giannis, look, we got your brother out here this morning. He's gone. Yeah, he's already gonna put on a plane.
Yeah.
Go.
He playing soccer. He playing soccer over in Uzbekistan. Is that what he say all the time?
What?
Uzbekistan or whatever is. What's the one? The country that you made up? You say it every time you talk about an Eastern European country.
I don't know the name.
Whatever. Mark, who you got?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Heat in 6. I feel like Giannis just chokes in the playoffs for me. Giannis every year chokes in the playoffs. He'll win that MVP like he did. What the past was it 2 years or whatever. But he chokes in the playoffs, man.
That's my son because that's what I had too. Heat in 6.
Yeah, man. I think Tyler Hero. I think Bam Adebayo and them boys. I don't think they do what they did last year as far as how far they go, but I think that they fight. You know what I mean?
It comes down with me to. I expect Giannis to be as dominant as he always is. He's going to show up in the playoffs. He always does something. He may not do the best. He may have an off game in the clutch that doesn't work. But my thing, why I say Heat in 6 is Giannis is not going to be able to do it alone, especially with Bam down there. And then I don't think that you have a supporting cast strong enough with DiVincenzo and all them.
No.
I like Middleton, but you don't have a supporting cast strong enough to cover your lack of effectiveness. They're usually just there to score when you don't. But if you don't score, they don't have enough to take y'all over the top, I believe. So I say Heat in 6.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with that. I said a long 7, so we hit the game in 7.
Now, I can see the Bucks winning, and if they do win, it would be in 7.
What I'm saying is that, man, look, as much money y'all put into Giannis and all that bullshit, and you can't beat the Heat, which in all due respect, this is a good team, but to have somebody with the talent of Giannis and you can't just, I don't know, man.
But my G is not, but that's what I'm saying, you can't expect that man to do it by himself.
Yes, you should. At this point,
you can, not Giannis. Steph you can, but not
MVP.
You can't. You can't expect nobody to do it by themselves.
But this is what niggas do to Steph Curry every night, and it happens for some reason. It's the same thing with Giannis. Niggas give Giannis the ball, and look, it's to the point now where they give Giannis at the top of the key, and everybody else moves back because they know what's happening.
I mean, if you give him that close, if you give him within 25 feet of the hoop, it's a bucket. And I don't even mean a jump shot. He got a couple steps to make it.
Yeah, you got to go through and do this.
Right.
That's this whole thing. That's why I believe the Bucks could probably beat the Heat. Like I said, I don't have them going to the finals.
No, they ain't getting nowhere near there.
That's what I'm saying. So if they lose to the Heat, yay.
Okay. I don't think Giannis is a leader. I think that's the problem they say about Kawhi and Paul George too, right? They're just not. They're great players, but they're not leaders.
They're not reserved. They're reserved. They're too reserved to actually get their team up.
It's like this. A perfect way to put it. We know in life there's two type of roles. There's individual contributors, which a lot of us do, and that's fine. And then there's the management leader roles. They're not fit for those kind of roles. It's not their style. They're more I'm going to individually contribute, but I'm playing in a team
at a high level. I'm a high level contributor,
right?
But I don't want that responsibility.
Right.
Well, I mean, I can be that. I can be that in a lot of situations. I mean, usually if it's something that I feel like I'm passionate about, I have to be the
leader.
Right. I have to do that because I don't know if anybody else sees my vision.
Right.
And I may not execute, and somebody may be able to execute better, but you won't see the path I'm on.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and even though, to your point, Cliff, I know what you said, the way that you are, I feel like if you were in a professional setting, especially, and let's say it's money on the line, as Aaron will say, like the playoffs coming up, you're not going to be like, oh, well, I'll be a high individual control. You're like, oh, I'm going to just go ahead and try to take this. Like, if I feel like nobody else is going to step up, I'm going to step up. And
that's wrong.
You don't think you wouldn't do that?
That's wrong. And the only reason why I say that is because my current situation, I've been in the same position that I started in for 4 years. Almost 4 years.
Right.
And the only reason why that is convenience to me. You know what I mean? I can't handle my business that I handle outside of work if I take on your additional responsibilities, because then that means salaried and I have to stay over and accept. I don't have time for that. My day ends when that time that you have me linked in your system.
Right.
What time does that say? That's the time Cliff's clocking out.
I'm mad at you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I'm mad at you.
I'll be a high contributor, and that's the only reason why I can do what I do, is because you have to be a high contributor. But I don't care what's left to work to do once that time that's in your system comes around. I'm out of here. So beyond that, though, I wouldn't quite say that Kawhi or who was the other that you said?
Paul, people like Paul, Giannis, those kind of guys.
I wouldn't quite say that that's their MO. It may be, though. And I think a lot of that comes with the lack of confidence in the front office.
Kyrie, too, though. KD, you even said it. Kyrie in Boston couldn't handle the pressure at the end of the day of being the leader of the team.
Well, I don't know, because at the same time, I feel like he's handling it in Brooklyn. And he may not be the appointed leader, but that's what he's done all season. Everybody else been taking breaks. I'm hurt. I need, you know what I mean?
Kyrie took
and I'm not saying,
too.
Yes, but right. Kyrie's been the main contributor when it comes to Brooklyn points.
I agree.
This season.
When Harden doesn't play. Because when Harden was playing.
Right. Now, and that's what, and Kyrie made it very vocal. I'm not the point guard, bro. That's your job. Right. I'm doing me. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm individual contributor.
Right, exactly. That's what he said. But at the same time, we won't quite get into that, but it's a situation where if you're good enough to do it, you're going to do it whether you agreed to or not.
It's a job.
Right. Whether you agreed to do it, to be that management role or not, you end up doing it even while somebody else gets paid for it. That's the end of the day, the long and the short. But we're not here to talk jobs other than NBA ones, so let's move on to a very interesting one. I think the Mavs versus the Clippers. Now, this question is a three-parter, other than the two that you're already expected to answer. Does Paul George show up in the postseason this year?
It's something I don't want to bet against.
You don't.
I don't want to bet against it.
Right.
I'm not going to.
He may, but right.
He's not going to show up.
Well, that wasn't anything I was going to hold y'all to anyway. I wasn't writing that down. I just
let me answer this for you, Cliff. In a game or so, yeah. PG will do his thing. He'll show up.
A game or so of the playoffs, or you just mean in general, like season, whatever?
Put it this way. Let's say the first series they play in. We'll see PG have a game or two. Like, man, great game. It's amazing.
You think it's Kyle Lowry? The closer it gets to that pressure point, that's when it's like, I'm nervous.
They're sinking. Right. Well, it's just like you say, we talk about the Saturday shows on football, like they're going to study you, they're going to start playing you differently, they're going to start adjusting, and then that's when you shut down. The first game or two, you hot. But as you go along,
I also
bruh,
feel like that's the benefit of moving to a different team is that you almost have to throw away half that tape. Half that tape doesn't matter anymore because you're watching Indiana tape. And that Indiana structure is different from that LA structure. Now, while Paul George may have a similar game in both places, you can't guarantee he's going to do those same things he did in Indy that he does in LA.
Yep.
So the fact that he's only been there for 2 years and one of the years he's been hurt for half of it does give him, in my opinion, a benefit when it comes to reading or tracking his game. We know what to expect of him, but we don't know what to expect of him in LA.
I'm gonna bring this up, and this is something that I always equated towards people. And it's a weird thing.
Right.
Let me say this now. Y'all gonna be like, I'm not feeling.
Maybe I understand.
Paul George has struggle braids. You have a hard time identifying with your hair situation. You have a hard
Or maybe he cuts it. Maybe he still likes a taper in the back.
He's like, well, who's that boxer? What's that nigga's name, man? Fuck.
You talking about first name that pops in my mind is the skinny dude from Toledo.
No, he fought Mayweather like 2-3 years ago. Fucking
Andre Berto?
No. This nigga's from Cleveland. What's his name?
Andre Berto's not from Cleveland. I think he's from Florida, but he trained out.
What's that nigga? He does boxing commentary all the time. Braid's been the same length for about 4 years.
Sean Porter.
That nigga.
He never fought Floyd.
You never did?
No.
Struggle braids, man. The struggle braids.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is like, man, look. Some people have a hard time identifying with their place on a basketball team or in like. When I see people like that, like you're sitting there trying to do some crazy shit with your hair to separate yourself. I'm going to get some braids this year. I'm going to keep these braids. All I'm trying to say is, look, man, Paul, your career has stepped down for a while. You need to, like the Carmelo Anthony thing, like, look, the Carmelo Anthony thing where he had to accept a lesser role.
Right.
Be the second or third person on the team. I think he's still trying to battle Kawhi for that first place.
Well, I'm going to just say this.
That's me.
I agree wholeheartedly with what you're saying. Side note, I want my number 2 to do that. I do want to battle with you, inner battle within our team with you to see what we accomplish.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
But my real second point was I think you could argue Paul George has done more for LA this year than Kawhi has.
Kawhi's been hurt a lot this year. Yep.
And Paul George has been putting it on his back.
Mm-hmm. But I think he's trying to push himself towards being that person as far as surpassing Kawhi. Now, I'm not saying that's not a Look, you know, you're right about that.
He should try to. He's not going to, in his career, surpass Kawhi.
I think that whole process is what's holding them back just a little bit.
Just holding on to trying to.
They're still jostling for top position on this team. Who's the top dog?
Okay, so you're saying that that's affecting your contribution, like you're passing the ball and all that. And
who's the leader of the Clippers?
They don't have a leader. Well, technically,
you got to give it to Kawhi.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to give it to Kawhi just off of default.
George, you feel like you have
he got the ring.
If you're Paul George, you feel like you have a better hold of that locker room.
Who has rings?
Kawhi.
He has 2 rings.
On the Clippers, what player did they acquire? I'll give you a hint from my team that has rings.
Rondo.
That is the leader. That is the unspoken.
You saying Rondo's the leader?
No. You know what? I was about to try to reach through this computer to escort you to the shower. But then I thought about it. You may be right, because both of them, how we talked last week about the alphas and the betas, both of them are kind of beta. Mm-hmm. Even though they're great scorers and they go out and will get after it, they have beta personalities.
Right.
Now, Rondo does not have a beta personality.
And he has hands, from what I understand.
Right. There is no beta about Rondo.
Nah.
So you may be right when it comes to like trying to keep them together. Like even if Rondo's not on the court, he's like, nah, y'all need to stick to the game plan and do this.
Better experience.
I can see that. I point to Malk. I'll give you that.
Yeah, Rondo's
and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Not saying it's the truth, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. That does make the most sense.
That's why they were desperate to get him.
That makes the most sense.
I'll give you that. I mean, that's
you said what?
We need a type of leader, because they were sitting there like, man, look, we got both y'all niggas here. Who's running the shit?
And everybody quiet. Right. And everybody quiet. It's like a middle school dance where nobody dancing on the like. What are we came here to dance? What are we here for?
Tyronn like, look, I'm gonna ask y'all again. Who's running the shit?
Hey! Come get Rondo. Somebody get Rondo out here.
Right.
Yeah, no, I can feel that. But who gets it? In how many? Mavs, Clippers. Who gets it? And in how many? Clippers.
I think Mavs might get that redemption tour this year if Luka can keep his cool. I think Mavs in 7. I think Mavs in 7 this time. They lost in 7 last year, right? I believe the Mavs to the Clippers. I believe they lost in 7, or was it 6? I don't
know.
I know they lost to the Clippers last year. I don't remember if it was 6 or 7 though. They did lose to the Clippers because I remember saying, "Oh man, they could get them." I think they did lose in 7.
I don't know the number.
I'll look it up. But
that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Redemption tour.
Never thought about that.
Because Luka almost had him last year, man. Like Luka was very close. Like, because they.
What you got, Aaron?
Like I said, man, I question Luka. I'm gonna be the dark horse and all this shit. I'm gonna take all the dark horseness, right? I think Luka's gonna have a little problem.
I agree.
I'm gonna give it to the Clippers, man.
And how many?
I'll reciprocate. Reciprocate.
Yeah, right.
7.
Now you with me on that one. So we got.
They come down to the line.
I got the Clippers in 7 as well.
So Clip, I was wrong. It was Clippers 4-2 last year. I don't know why I thought it went down to 7, but it was 4-2 Clippers against the Mavs last year.
And I feel like Paul George didn't play. I don't think he played in the playoffs last. He might have.
I think he did play. I'm looking at the stats now.
He might have, but I don't think he did.
He did play. He actually averaged 18.5 points a game through the 6 games. Kawhi averaged 32.8.
That's what I'm saying. No playoff P. I don't know where playoff came from. Let's strip that playoff from P.
Right.
Next we got Celtics versus the Nets. Who y'all got and how many?
Nets and
man, unless the Nets come out hobbling and injured.
I got Nets in 5.
We're all GMs here.
Yeah.
Am I cutting out?
You did for a minute. You back now.
If we're all GMs here,
yeah,
and we draft this spectacular team, and we lose in the first round of playoffs,
everybody get fired.
Motherfuckers.
Everybody get fired.
So the Celtics or the Nets?
I'm on the side of they better win.
But it wasn't a draft; it was a trade. Win. But yeah, I'm following. So what you got? Nets and how many?
You gave up a lot. You gave up a good team. Am I fucking up on this?
Nah, you ain't.
Nets and how many? Aaron, he's saying. If you
Nah,
got the
you
Nets,
was nah. What was you saying? You was still going on what you
Oh.
was.
I thought I was cutting out.
Nah.
The Nets got winning like 5, man.
Five.
That's what I said too. Yeah.
It's got to be decisive. It's got to be cut and dry.
I thought that was easy. I thought that was too easy of a pick. I put Nets in 4.
You don't get the Celtics winning a game.
Not one.
I can.
Not
see
without
that.
Jaylen Brown.
I can see that honestly though, but I don't know, man. That boy Jason Tatum dropped them 50
And
balls
that's
stuff.
also though. And you're right, but that's also me being hard on the Nets because I feel like even if Jason Tatum drops that 50, that means he drops that 50 on either KD or
Might be Landry Shaman.
Nah, it wouldn't be Shaman. It would be what's the one dude's name? Brown, Trent Brown, not Trent Brown.
Say no.
What the fuck is his name? I can't think of his name. But either way, either one of them, I don't see him letting them drop 50. And on top of that, I see KD reacting to Jason Tatum. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
KD's the type of player that will react to. Now his defense isn't the best, but he'll stop you from doing the same thing over and over again. That's a fact. And what he knows how to do best is use his body to put himself in positions to get them points. What you doing, leaning over? You on the phone or you going to sleep? Oh, okay.
Nah.
But yeah, no, my first thought was Nets in 5, but I said, you know what? I'm going 4.
Sweep. I could see the sweep.
Nah, nigga. That's not what's happening. I'm ordering food, goddamn it. So chill out.
Okay, all right. I'm not just
The
listening.
food's on my mind, my brother.
It's Quesadilla Wednesday for me. You done got quesadillas started for my Wednesdays, and now every time I do a podcast, I keep my quesadillas ready.
Queso Wednesdays.
Listen, I ain't cooked them yet. I'm about to throw them in the oven in a second.
I gotta make sure my shit's straight. Because if I don't put the chair out there, to put my shit on the ground. So I gotta be digital.
Well, if you just ordered it.
No, I didn't just update. I was looking at the damn shit. You're right. I was looking at the update on my shit.
Oh, okay. Well, we should be done here in the next, I would say 10 minutes or so.
Sliding like this. Be at this point, just start sliding like this. 4 minutes away. Oh shit! Oh goddamn!
All right, next up, I also think this is a good one. We got the Trailblazers versus the Nuggets. Who y'all got and how many?
I'm gonna go to Trailblazers, man.
I think so too.
At least for this round.
Jamal
Shit.
Murray's gone.
They should get past this round.
In 5?
For God's sakes.
Oh, you said 5th round. What?
Oh no. No, it says they should look the amount of games they should win in.
You said what?
No.
Oh, now you
Man,
skipped.
my shit is
Yeah, you skipped that time. So you said Blazers, how many though?
6.
6.
Same. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I put as well. Blazers in 6. I feel the same way. Now, if they had Jamal, that'd be a different story. I can still see the Blazers taking that, but I would see that possibly 7.
They still do have Michael Porter Jr. though, huh? I forgot on the Nuggets.
Yeah, I still see that being Blazers in 6 though.
Well, we'll see if Dame can finally close.
Yeah,
it's usually an opener, but we'll see if he can close.
No, Dame can close. He just can't close no later rounds.
Well, we got CJ. We got CJ back too.
That's true.
We got CJ back at the end of the year. Now here, this one, interesting. Last one of the episode until we get the confirmations. Knicks versus the Hawks.
Oh, Knicks all day. That's gonna win that. They're gonna win that in 4.
Woo! Knicks in 4.
I love Trae Young, but y'all got enough firepower for the Knicks, boy. Y'all don't, man. Julius Randle finna tear these boys up, man.
I agree, but in 4, that's okay. What about you?
Yeah.
Oh, his food must be in the. I get it. I said Knicks too, but I actually said in 7.
In 7?
Yeah. I said I could see it going 6, but I'm going to go 7.
Mm.
I don't think it's going to be as easy as you're thinking.
I love Ice Trey, but I don't think he's gonna be able to cool them down.
Listen, you got
that long.
Trey, you got Herbert, you got Bogdanovich, you got Collins. It's not gonna be as easy for the Knicks as
Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin,
erase RJ, erase Obi.
Emmanuel Quickly.
I don't give a fuck about the Hawks.
Derrick Rose.
Who you got out of the Knicks Hawks? Who you got and how many?
I feel like that's the most even playoff matchup.
I feel like it's not. I feel like I agree. I do agree to a point.
Well, that's the one that you should watch.
That's why I said it's not going to be as easy. That's why I got Knicks in 7.
You think Julius Randle gonna drop step his way into a goddamn just?
Yeah, I see Knicks in 7 on
he
that.
He might. I'm gonna say he might, but I'm saying against the Hawks. I'm not a Hawks fan, but I would hope for at least an entertaining exchange of basketball talent.
Right. So what would you say? You would say Knicks in 6?
I said Hawks in 6.
Oh, Hawks in 6. Okay. Let me not write that down incorrect. He said Hawks in 6. Okay, so right now, of course, we know that the Pacers are playing the Wizards. And that will be who gets to see the 76ers.
I'm going to say Pacers.
So you say the Pacers beat the Wizards. Okay.
I'm going to say Pacers in 7. Pacers in 7.
Pacers over the Sixers in 7?
No, you said Pacers and Wizards, right?
No, right now it's Pacers and the Wizards in the play-in to see who gets the 76ers. 76ers are number 1 in the East, so they get the winner of this play-in game.
So you want to know who's the winner of the Pacers and Wizards?
So what I want is the winner of the play-in and the estimate between who you got and how many. You feel what I'm saying?
I got the Pacers beating the Wizards.
Okay.
In 7.
No, the Pacers just have to beat the Wizards
one game.
once.
I'm sorry. I'm tripping.
Then they play the 76ers in 7.
Yeah, the Pacers beating the Wizards, and then you have...
I got the Pacers beating the Wizards for the play-in.
Okay.
The Pacers... And I got the 76ers beating the Pacers in 5.
Pacers beating the 76ers?
I'm sorry.
76ers beating the
Pacers in 5. My bad. Thank you.
Nah, I'm with you. I know what you're saying. Okay. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, I got the Pacers beating the Wizards. And shit. I will have to say that the Sixers sweep the Pacers.
I can see that.
Niggas gotta get swept. Somebody getting swept.
I can see that. Okay. So Aaron got Pacers, 76ers, same as amount, but he got the sweep.
A short, long victory till he gets to the next battle.
Okay, so he got the sweep, 76ers. I think he'll get at least sweep.
2 games. Yeah,
me, I'm gonna say the Pacers don't match that game.
And Cliff, I was incorrect. It's impossible to win in 5. It's the first team to 4, which would be.
What are you talking about?
4-0. So
no, you can win in 5 games. You just won 4.
Right, that's what I thought you meant. Pacers. When you said 76ers in 5, I thought you meant 76ers win 4, Pacers win 1.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry. All
okay.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
He's saying the sweep, so he's saying 76ers win all 4.
Yeah, I think they'll drop 1 game.
If I'm being honest, I think that we get a shocker and the Wizards come out. I don't think we get the same Pacers game that we got against Charlotte.
The end result is the same.
What you mean? Oh, as far as the game after, yeah. So you are correct. I do think that the 76ers, even against the Wizards, I give them 5.
Hmm.
76ers in 5 against the Wizards. West, we won't even go over that because they haven't even started their play-ins yet, so we don't know where nobody's going. But like I
Then
said, if the Warriors beat the Lakers and play the Suns next, they go to the finals.
I want to y'all once
Hmm.
might have an answer to this question.
You said
Might be
what?
for them.
Might have an answer to this question.
What's the question?
Memphis against the Spurs.
I think Memphis gets it. Do they got
Uh,
White back?
I'm trying to. I turn my TV off. Hold on. Trying to see who won the game.
If they didn't get White back, I think Memphis gets that.
We're gonna find out.
What I say? Wizards 76ers. And I
All these.
said 76ers in 5. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this. We
So
may touch back up on it on the second round, or we may save it for the finals, depending on how things go. Um, I'm trying to think how we ended out. What's my question? Did we find out they didn't announce any awards yet, huh? Award day is what?
the coach of the year is the coach of the Suns, Monty Williams. He's the
Okay.
coach of the year.
What about, did we get rookie of the year yet?
I don't know.
I feel like if you
No,
announcing
I don't think
coach of the
it's in there.
year, how ain't you announcing the award ceremony in general? But that would be it then. I want to know y'all's rookie of the year and hit the showers, and we'll close it out.
What you got, Aaron?
The coach of the year is Monty Williams. Yeah,
Well, we know that, motherfucker. You
yeah,
just announced
I'm not bringing no fake news. Yeah, this motherfucker. Oh,
this thing is stupid.
I'm gonna
what
say.
was that again?
I'm gonna.
Player, game
Rookie of the year.
of the
Oh
year.
no, give me the 3. Give
Oh
me.
shit.
Well,
I
no,
didn't get
don't give me the 3. Just give me rookie of the year. Give me y'all's MVP,
rookie of the year is LaMelo, man. I mean,
and
shit.
give me y'all's hit the showers.
Uh, damn. We ain't talk about Kwame Brown, none of that shit. So
Ooh, I wanted to so bad too. I
I'm
had some,
I'm 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 gonna jump the gun and give the hit the shower to all these old niggas out here that's still talking about the game from 20 years ago.
like Kwame Brown.
Yeah, and the niggas that's bringing them up. All y'all are guilty of talking about that shit.
Well, I mean, I feel like with playing the devil's advocate on them is that's what we do as well. You know what I mean? So if you have a following of people that want to hear your perspective about a certain person's play, whether it's a joke or it's factual, they're still listening for a reason. So while Kwame Brown may feel a certain type of way, and like we discussed before the show, and feel free if you'd like to bring it back up, he may have had certain points. I still feel like it's clownish.
It was all clownish. That's what I said. They all need to hit the shower. All y'all niggas need to fucking sit down somewhere.
Well, that's the only difference that I say with the rest of them, and the rest of them being Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. I can't say that because you have like the top sports podcast in the world right now. So you get paid to critique players just like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless do. So if that's what you get paid to do, I can't tell you to do anything because that's fucking up your bread.
No, and all I'm trying to say is like, because to be honest with you, I think the whole thing is funny. Is what I'm trying to say. But what dude was saying is, if that's the case, talk about my stats then. I had 10 points and 10 and 9 rebounds a game in my career. Was I a bust?
Yeah, he
I
did.
wasn't as great as I should have been.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
But
you are right.
Don't insult my character off the court. It's all that's what the clown should come out.
Okay,
well, that's man, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? That's what getting mad at. Like, he's not. We're not talking about my sports stats. We're talking about me. Oh, he's a clown.
The dot connector. That's I was wondering where the fuck that came from, because I was like, it's not like they're not saying anything wrong about you, but no, I didn't hear all that soft shit. That I would question myself. I would question that. You know what I mean? Kwame Brown may not have been the best player, but I don't know if I would ever question if he was soft.
It's a hard thing to do. Somebody that's 7 foot. I mean,
niggas is soft as fuck.
I get that. What I'm trying to say
and
is
if
that
Kwame Brown's soft, that nigga's soft too. I'm just saying I don't know for a fact if he is.
But look, you just don't go pushing around.
You know what? He is. You're in your feelings. To be in your feelings the way you are, you gotta be soft.
Maybe he is. All I'm trying to say is that here, look, there's a mental health aspect to this.
And I understand what you're saying.
It's like he has children and shit. Like, look, if you're gonna talk about a man like this, give him his feedback. Let him talk about himself. I'm not. Well, here's what I'm trying to say. They're all clowns for it. That's what I said. They're all clowns. This is a conversation y'all should have had somewhere else.
No, I agree.
And it's this deep.
That's why I respect Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes' response was, if you feel a certain kind of way about it, come on the podcast. He said, we'll be in Atlanta next month. We can come to you if you'd like to do it. And if you want to bang before, during, or after, we can do that too. But I would like to have you on to say your piece. And I said, that's what else can you say? That's the only thing you can say to that.
I hope that's the most genuine. It's a
genuine, right?
Genuine comment ever. Because if I come up there and that soft shit's happening, and that moist shit's happening, where I come up
right, you start crying and.
Yeah, hold on.
Nah, you good, G. But I ain't going. I'm not going to give him my hit the showers. Did you say yours yet, Mal?
Nah, I was gonna say because I'm about to hit the showers myself.
Well, listen, you already did, motherfucker.
Man, I meant
I know what you said.
But no, rookie of the year is gonna be LaMelo. I wish it was Anthony Edwards, but it's gonna be Melo. Your other question was the hit. No, your other question. Did you have two more?
Rookie of the year MVP hit the showers.
MVP once again. I love it. I'd love for it to be Steph. LeBron also gave the nod, and I think somebody else to say Steph should be the MVP. Of course, he's not going to be. I think Joker's going to win it at this point. It sounds like. I do agree with you. I think if Steph's not going to win it, then at least Embiid should have won it. But again, it sounds like Joker's going to probably win it. Hit the showers. I'm going to say Udonis Haslem. You see him and Dwight Howard getting to it last week? Haslem checked in for 3 whole minutes.
No.
And got thrown out the game.
No, I didn't see that. I think I saw an article or something about that, but I never clicked on it.
And Cliff Haslem. Reason why I'm mainly giving Haslem the hit the showers because I get Dwight Howard can be on that bull sometimes. I'm giving Haslem hit the shower because it's like, bruh, you don't ever get in the game. Your 3 minutes of fame that you got in the game, you look like you just got off the corner of the street, had stuff all on your hair, like looked like he had a bird, like there was like literally patches of different things in his hair. Like, I don't know what he had going on. He looked homeless. I said, bro, yeah, you got to hit the showers.
He did good enough to make the team.
He did. I mean, he's more the just
Jabari Parker.
Hey, he's the matriarch of the team. He's just, hey, I'm here. Like he's like the Jared Dudley on the Lakers. But
he said
he's the oldest one on the team.
I said Haslem
who you got? Who's your
Aaron gave his.
Who's your MVP, Aaron? I didn't catch your MVP.
Oh. Steph Curry, man. Fuck it. I was going with Chris Paul before. I'll go Steph this time. I'll change it up. But I was Chris Paul for it.
Whoa there. Whoa there.
Hey,
Okay. All right.
man.
I'm gonna have to say
First of all, time out. Before we go further, don't hate on the Suns like that. Don't hate on the Suns like that.
but Chris Paul for your MVP.
Yeah, okay. So who's your MVP?
I'm going Embiid.
You on Joel Embiid?
I said it. I'm sticking with it.
Of being in the same pot, same spot.
If it's not Embiid, give it to Steph.
I said Steph after Chris.
Embiid. You said Chris then Steph?
I said, yeah, I did.
Oh.
I said I was with Chris first. Now I'm with Steph.
Oh, okay. Well, wait.
When we first started off, asked about MVPs.
Okay.
I was talking about Chris first.
Okay.
Now Steph. I get it.
I'm understanding now. It didn't sound like that before.
Hey, but my second place, guess what? It's Chris Paul, man. Hey, be mad. Don't like it. Y'all should be upset with me right now. I'm terrible. But it's Chris.
Yeah, you terrible. Keep it on the Suns.
Whatever it is,
Charles
nigga.
Fucking Barkley.
Hey.
All right. MVP. I said Embiid. Hit the showers for me is going to have to be. Aaron said that what's now. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that I think you touched it. You may have already said it before. I gotta give it to the coach. The coach of New Orleans, not New Orleans, Charlotte
Hornets.
What's his name?
Yep.
Can't think of it again.
I said his name really.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not worth saying again. Hit the motherfucking showers. No adjustments. No nothing. Too much time lapsed with too much points down before a timeout and a reset. I was just shocked at how they let Indiana beat them. And I say they as a whole because it was the players as well. But coaching, staff, all of you hit the showers. If you don't, have to hit the streets with a boxing hand. Because I got a good feeling, like Aaron said, it's going to be a lot of changes being made next year. And I bet you see a center coming out of Charlotte too. And if it's Miles Turner, I might have known something. But does anybody have anything to take us out with?
Better luck next year, Cavs.
Did the Lakers play the Warriors yet?
They play at 9:30. Actually, the game's probably on right. Actually, the game should be on right now.
What's the score before we take us out?
It's ain't on right now. It's 8-3, San Antonio, Memphis.
Okay, so
I thought it came on at 9:30.
They come on after this.
Oh, it comes on at 10, so it's 16 minutes.
This game is tight.
Well, we'll see where the Lakers fall. Go Warriors. All my shower heads, be good or be good at it.
Great job for president.